All right, everybody. So I'm gonna have to reshoot a video. I took this one showing the more or less the outcome with our pilot figure, and unfortunately there was a flicker in the lighting, something that was just at the right, I guess, flicker factor in the lighting, the hertz or whatever it is in the lighting that was strobing with the camera frames, and it would have been hell for anybody who has the epilepsy or is prone to actually it was bothering the hell out of me, and so I couldn't post that video. I couldn't publish that one, so I'm going to redo it here and just kind of go over what I did in that video. So we talked about the detailing and finish work on the pilot to bring him up to code, and you know, I showed you I was using the pen, fine tip pen, these markers right here. I was showing you how to fill in and do some of the shading with that, just randomly checking and marking along where the indentations and folds in the clothing are. Places like here and under the collar and along the arm where it lays on the pilot's leg and around the body here. And the idea is just to induce to the eye kind of a forced shading effect. And then after that step was the Tamiya panel wash, panel line accentuator, this stuff here. So you can see I washed that pretty much all over pretty liberally, and that completes the shading and I guess wear and tear on the pilot's clothing. So there's that. And then I also want to talk about the goggles and how that's just bent solder, just rolled around a paintbrush handle at the proper diameter, right about there, just wrapped around in a double loop, folded so that it would fit against the you can see how the top of, looking down on it, the goggles feature is folded here at the center. So there's, you know, this eye cover and then a fold and then that eye cover. So anyway, that's you know, if you like, since I don't have that video anymore, let me just show you what I did. We just take a length of fine wire, and this or finer would do. This is I don't know, half mil, 0.040, and to get it to lie flat and be straight, just roll it on a desktop, roll it out with a block of wood, and you end up with a straight line. Wrap it around a paintbrush handle at the proper you know, diameter that you want the goggles to be. Roll it once that way and then roll it again the other way. Bring it right up to the middle there. Pop it off the paintbrush, and you end up with a decent replication of a pair of goggles. Now all I'm going to do is just take the nippers, the end nippers, and cut it so that the flat straight line is here at the bottom. You see that? I don't know if you can see that. So you end up with a pair of basically a pair of, you know, goggle frames, and then just bend them right up to the top bar, the two loops, kind of like that, and then give it that fold right there to make it the proper shape to conform to the face of the Guillow Aviator, or whichever one you're using. This would work on pretty much any of the pilot figures that you can, you know, buy. Anyway, that's what I did, and that's how you do it. And as you can see, the result's not bad from the standard viewing distance of the standard, you know, built-up model kit. And then I've gone ahead and put a couple of dollops of white glue, or let those dry and harden in there. Now I'll just paint those silver, and then lay two more dollops of the white glue on top. It'll dry clear over the silver, should have a decent effect for the goggles, right? And then I was going to add a couple of loops of metal, again using the solder. And in this case, we just want to replicate something that looks like a buckle. Where are my... Yeah, these are better than those, I think. So we just want to kind of create a pull ring or a buckle, strap buckle with the solder that I just used to make goggles. I use this solder for so many things, for plumbing, for rods and brake lines, because it's so malleable. It works better than actual just wire, because you can shape it. And if you've ever tried to do replicate spark plug wires on a 1/24 scale automobile or a car or motorcycle model, and they don't provide all of the lines with the kit. Typically with the cars, they don't provide any of the wiring. Just use the real fine solder, and you can shape it any way you want. and you can come up with a really good representation of the electrical wiring. I use it for radiator hoses in the larger diameters, heater hoses, just anything of that type. If you break, or if the drive shaft isn't the right length, you can recreate one using the solder and either glue the ends of the kit provided drive shaft, or what have you, and you can recreate that those features with any solder. So I recommend, solder is a helpful scale modeling tool. You don't have to solder with solder. Now let's see, if we throw a couple of these in here, I just want to angle that to, I don't even have my glasses on, no wonder I can't see anything. My advice to the young: don't get old. It sucks. Case closed. That's enough of that. So let me just see if I can figure this out while I have you on the phone. Okay, so we want to do, I don't know, something like that. I was hoping that would, there we go. Just, I actually wanted to kind of flatten the ends of this, but I don't have my, or maybe I do. No, I don't. I don't have what I'm looking for. Isn't it funny, the tool you want the most is the last one you can find. Story of my life. I know, I'm super funny. You probably can't stop laughing right now. I'll wait. I'll just sit here while you compose yourselves, because I am hilarious. So be that as it may, I'm going to try and do this here. I almost got it. Let's see. Can I get that in there? Oh, that was almost good. That could have been something. Let's try it again on the other side. See if I have more luck on that side. No. Okay, this is going to get hilarious really quickly if it isn't already. Watching me fail repeatedly at this little task without shooting this thing across the room into the carpet to be lost forever. Well, we'll never see that again. What does Derek Beery always say? We'll never see that one again. Alright, let me see if I can. You fellas, probably some of you, maybe you're familiar with Vice Grip Garage, maybe you're not. I don't know. I'm asking. Let's see if I can. I just can't find a damn thing right now. that glue out of there, it'll be good. Maybe we'll get back to regularly scheduled programming. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for here. Now let's see. Where did I want that thing to be? Pretty low. Pretty low down. Just put a little trappy right there. Let's see if we can pick this thing up with the... There we go. Oh, no, that didn't work. You dropped it. Alright, this is not how I wanted this video to go, but I'm gonna hang with it anyway. We're gonna finish this hell or high water. There we go. Now, when I make the seatbelt straps for the cockpit, I'll pull the strap, fasten it to the back of the seat, set the pilot in there, pull it over the top here, right down to this buckle, right down to this line, and cut it. And that, I'll do the same on the other side here, just above the elbow there. And that'll just add that another nice little bit of detail. The straps themselves will also have the buckle near the top of the shoulder, and you know, together it should look just enough extra detail justified by the scale of this airplane. Again, this is 1/16th scale, I want to say. Yeah, 1/16th scale. And in that larger scale, you're going to see, you know, typically quite a bit more detail than you would on a 128 or a 132 scale model kit. And that's what, so we'll add a few little extra things, you know, just because we need to, and because we should, and because it's the right thing to do, and because I don't have anything better to do, and because you're the captive audience, unless you turn this thing off and go do something else with your lives for the next 10 minutes. Right, so I'm just going to go ahead and continue to struggle here. Look for another piece of solder, which I now have. Make the other buckle for the other strap. And then, what was the other thing I was going to do? Oh yeah, finish up the goggles with the silver paint and a little more glue. See if I can't do a better job here. So we just get the end of that. I'm going to wrap it around and over. Great. Now I'm going to have to redo the other one because this is kind of more what I was trying to accomplish here with that one. So let's agree to conclude our little video. I am going to detail up those little black boxes for the cockpit, and I just generically, they're black boxes. I think I said in in an earlier video exactly what they're to be. One is the radio and IFF box, and the other is the lighting switch controller. So for the nav lights, cockpit lighting, landing light, and so forth, that's all on one box, and then like I said, the other one's for the radio and IFF. Stands for information friend or foe. This was how aircraft, I think, beginning in World War II on the USAF side, I don't know the other air forces were doing it, sending out a repeating constant broadcast from their all friendly aircraft, which identified them as friendly aircraft. And this was how they could avoid approaching and attacking each other in the air and dying from friendly fire. It was a helpful tool. It didn't always, you know, didn't work in every instance. There were still accidents. But the IFF system was, I guess, born in the Second World War to the United States Air Force, or Army Air Corps, as it might have been before. Yeah, see, this was more the shape I wanted, but it looks somehow worse than the other buckle. So I'm just going to leave that off, pretend that didn't happen, make another one like this, and then stick to my plan of just having the over-the-shoulder seat straps terminate right above that, and that's what we'll do. All right, so anyway, I wanted to reshoot this again because of the strobing effect we were getting on the video that I shot earlier pertaining to the pilot figure. This is pretty much, I guess, the final look of him, aside the work I'm about to do on these goggles. Should I do that here on camera? You know what? Why not? We've already gone long, and longer than I wanted to, and destroyed my reputation as a high-quality YouTube videographer. So let's just destroy it completely. Let's just go ahead and do this. So that's a terrible brush. It's splaying out everywhere, but I guess it doesn't matter too much. We're just going to drop in some silver paint here. And that'll help achieve that reflectivity of the goggles. I don't know if that helped or not. And then once that little bit of opaque silver paint is dry, we'll drop in another couple of drops of white glue on top of that, and that should complete the look that I'm trying to go for. There we go. So there's our pilot guy. There's our aviator. You know, I noticed I'm watching some of these videos, my diction it's not terrific, and I noticed that the with some I don't know, it makes me laugh that the closed caption can really get jumbled up by my poor enunciations here and there, which is fine, you know. I mean, it's part of the entertainment process, I guess. You know, maybe not. Maybe it's, I don't know.